Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. For us, it is Turkey's Eve, so we're gonna start off this video by wishing everybody a happy early Thanksgiving. So tonight we are going to be making two videos, and in the first video we're going to be making what I'm gonna call Italian sausage stuffing, but I'll go ahead and throw a picture up right here of what it's actually called and where we got the recipe from. Okay, so in the second video, which you'll have to make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on it, we are going to be making pumpkin spice waffles with a twist. And you're gonna have to tune in to see exactly what that twist is. But I promise if you do, you will not be disappointed. So let's go ahead and take a look at our ingredients. So we're gonna be using Bob Evans Italian sausage, because Bob Evans is my favorite. You're gonna use a little bit of sage, some roasted chicken base, some butter, some Texas toast. We really like this brand here, it's really good. Some celery, an onion, and a green pepper. Now there is gonna be more to it than this. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna add a couple more ingredients, and they are what again?
Chicken broth and eggs.
Chicken broth and eggs, because we don't want it to get all soggy and gross overnight. So we're gonna just get everything put together tonight into a pan, and then we will be doing the final baking of it tomorrow, which it'll just be at the end of this video. So magic of film. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, I got the E-Series Blackstone set to 450. I'm starting to brown the sides of our log, and then I'm gonna chop it all to pieces. So this recipe requires an entire pound of this Italian sausage. What you doing? Is this celery?
Yeah.
The boys are eating some celery stalks. Because why not? Gotta get it in your greens, bud. Alright, so now we are almost done browning the sausage. It's getting really close, looking good and smelling really good. So now we're gonna go on to the green pepper, celery, and onion. First, we're gonna add a whole stick of Kerrygold butter. Now let that melt up a little bit. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add all this bowl of deliciousness. And we're just gonna saute until tender. We'll check back in when we get a little closer.
The recipe calls for 10 pieces of bread, but I just usually fill up the stone. It goes in at 425 for about 10 to 12 minutes. You just want it crispy-ish, and then it's gonna come out, it's gonna get cubed up, and it's gonna get put into a bowl for the stuffing.
Okay, well the sausage is done, so we're gonna go ahead and get that off of here. And then we'll be able to spread out the veggies a little bit more, get them cooking a little better. But you can see over there all that butter is melting up really nice. It's only been about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. So we wanted to wait till the sausage was almost done so that we could use some of the flavoring from the sausage for the vegetables, because you don't want that to go to waste. So we'll check back in as soon as we get a little closer with the veggies. Well, through the steamy lid, the veggies are looking good, so let's, oh yeah. That's a smell. So we're gonna go ahead and integrate the sausage with it. Flavor explosion. Thank you, dear. And we'll just go ahead and mix all that in. And once the bread is done, we will be back. The Texas garlic toast is done and looks amazing. We're gonna go ahead and get this chopped up, and I'll see you back in a few. All right, so Erin has all of the bread chopped up. So we're gonna go ahead and add the sausage and veggies. We have our nice little E-Series scoop. Very handy for such situations. I really wish, you guys you just have to make it, because the smell is one, I mean the flavor is amazing, but oh my Lord, it smells so good. And we'll be using this for our next recipe for the waffles, and you're probably thinking, why are you going to use a Blackstone for waffles? Remember I said there's a twist, so just tune in. You know what to do.
All right, we're gonna add some seasonings now to our meat and bread mixture with veggies. We're gonna add some sage that we showed you earlier, and then some salt and pepper. I don't really measure, I just measure with my heart. Can't go wrong with sage and sausage and pepper. Minimal salt. And then this is all gonna get stirred together. Usually this is where we add the chicken broth and the eggs, but I'm gonna add those tomorrow. This is gonna just hang out in the dish tonight, and then tomorrow I will add those things, and then we'll throw it in the casserole dish to bake later.
So through the magic of YouTube, your tomorrow morning is gonna be right about now. So it's the next day, and we just got the stuffing out of the fridge, and Erin is gonna tell you what we're gonna do next.
We're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth to our bowl of stuffing mixture and 2 beaten eggs. I made this chicken broth with that chicken base that you saw at the beginning. And then I'm going to stir this all together, and then it's going in the 13 by 9 to bake for an hour at 325 with the foil on, and then 10 minutes with the foil off.
Say that last part again.
325 for an hour, foil on, 10 minutes, foil off, and then you eat.
So there you go. We will go ahead and come back once it's ready to come out of the toaster, and you can see what it looks like.
Helper handle, stuffing.
Okay, so it's been an hour, so now we're gonna take the foil off, like we discussed earlier. Oh, she looking good. Now she can get a little browned up. And we're gonna turn it to 10 minutes.
I went an extra minute longer.
Extra minute longer, because she likes to live on the edge. So there you go. We'll be back when it's ready. Okay, so the stuffing is done. We put it back in again after the 10 minutes for another 6 minutes on 350, because it wasn't quite done yet, and we didn't want it to be all like wet. So look at that. Beautiful. And it's sizzling a little bit around the edges. So stuffing is done. Almost time to eat.